What must we do to grow in our faith? That's the key question, hopefully for all Christians, especially for myself. A lot of growth to do. So last night I was contemplating some of the scriptures and thinking about ways to grow in my faith and helping others to grow in theirs. I came up with 5 things that I want to share with you this morning in this morning reflection. So the title of this is From Seed to Tree, a Faith Journey. What must we do to grow in our faith? And to do so on a daily basis, right? Because if we're not growing, we're remaining stagnant, and a lot of people will say you're going backwards. And by the way, using scripture to prove all of these points, it's something that we can share, and it's something that hopefully impacts us all in our lives. I've been thinking about a stagnant faith, people discussing a stagnant faith in my life, me experiencing a stagnant faith at times in mine, and thinking about what we must do to grow in our faith, because sometimes things can feel dry, and that's normal. We go through peaks and we go through valleys in our faith. There are times where we're super joyous, and there's times where we're super sorrowful. There's times where we're very intellectual, and there's times where we're not. There's times where we're more reliant on our emotional connection with a situation or with God at that time, and that's okay. There are really important principles that we should emphasize when undergoing our faith journey that will keep us in a more consistent pattern of love and reverence for God and His creation that will continually help us shape our souls so that we can be closer to God. What I'm going to try not to do is bore you with my own words here, so let's get to the scriptures and see what they say. Number 1, be present every day. Don't take anything for granted. This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Let the day's own trouble be sufficient for the day. Next is pray often, not only on your own, but also with others. Have confidence and be intimate with God. Pray constantly. Rejoice in the hope. Be patient in tribulation and be constant in prayer. Likewise, the Spirit helps us in our weakness, for we do not know how to pray as we ought. But the Spirit Himself intercedes for us with sighs too deep for words. Unite with one another. Immerse yourself in relationships and with the community, and let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works. Do not neglect meeting together, as is a habit of some, but encouraging one another. Just to quickly clarify here, this habit of some were early Christians or so-called Christians who would never meet in their communities. They would go off on their own and live their own faith. But ultimately, they were not part of the church because they did not meet with the church. They did not have communion with the church, right? And those who were Christians, as quoted here, devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. Next is to eat well, to be sound of mind. Therefore, gird up your minds, be sober, whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all for the glory of God. And finally, exercise. Be physically active. Health and soundness are better than all gold, and a robust body than countless riches. There is no wealth better than the health of the body, and no gladness above joy of the heart. And from Jesus Himself we hear, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Thank you and have a blessed day.